Good morning. so just okay. So I was on break for just 12 minutes because
Mhm.
I had a long conversation with Maliha. Before you, it was Maliha, right?
Mhm.
Yes. And so okay, we're gonna start right away because we only have 15 minutes, and everybody will return to the class at 12:30, so we can have a meeting about
Yeah.
so you can also like say goodbye to the students, right, and see
Mm.
the students before we split for the summer. And also so we're gonna have a picnic next week, and I need to tell the students and give them the address of the picnic. Okay, so Marco, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
You are very
Yeah.
very welcome. And
Yes.
what was the most valuable experience you learned in the class?
Well, something that I already written in the letter to you that I posted on Avenue, and I think they empower. I don't say empowerment. I say empowering as a noun. Okay, it's to empower. That initially I didn't understand what you really meant, or what you really mean with this word, but then I understand. So it's more than a language class. What you lead, it's something more. It's not only a language means the words and the sentences, the grammar and anything, but the way you deliver your thinking, so your speeches. And I found it very useful. Maybe it will be crucial, maybe in the IELTS exam, but I find it very useful in my everyday life because
Mhm.
I try uh, to talk to people in a way that I've never done before, and I added some kind of communication. And now we train here in on the internet. Okay, we're not really face to face, but
Mhm.
things are changed when you are there is all the body language, but the rhythm, the tone, the stress. You just can increase the power of your communication by 50% more or
Mhm.
100% more. And it's something
Yes.
that I didn't do that because maybe I was shy, and but now you just unlock me. And I used a word in the letter that is to emancipate,
Mhm.
because I think empowering is like emancipate from the curbs I say that I have as a non-native speaker. Oh,
Mhm.
I really don't know if this is if I can act without people, because I feel it seems a little awkward, but it's not true. And I
Yes.
have a very good feedback on this, so I thank you for this. And
You are very, very welcome, and thank you so much for that validation. Because it inspires me to be better, to do more, right? And so, yes. So Marco, what were the top three things? I think you already covered those things. But if you want to add more, like, what were the top three things that you learned during the term?
well, the first one is, of course, so this empower this is a new thing for me.
Yes.
And another thing is the the drama you can put on answering every single question.
Mm.
So I can just I can say this is a simple question. I answer just with
Mhm.
yes, I am. So that, but I can just not beating around the bush, but I can add something in the same content. So I
Yeah.
can, and I can just enrich and embellish my answer. And the third thing, let's talk about the hard skills. Not this is the soft skills. The hard skills is a little grammar, and I had a beneficial experience in understanding, for example, the present perfect continuous that I already studied before, but never in the way you explained it to me.
Mhm.
That was more practical, more based on everyday life. So with
Mhm.
you acted a scene, I remember, and it was clear,
Yes, yes,
And,
yeah, Marco. Thank you, thank you for that feedback. Actually, when you said that, when you said about a simple question does not have to have a simple answer. You know, you are being graded. They are monitoring your English, your delivery. So it is very, very important that you give them just that. Yeah, like if they ask you, do you love your wife? You cannot just say, yes, I do. I married her. That's why I love her. That's why I married her. This is not the kind of answer that will satisfy the IELTS examiner. So do you love your wife? Then, like, well, in life, you're always hoping for a blessing. And when my wife came to my life, it's God's blessing. Okay, so anyway, what did you find most engaging or interesting during the term?
um, the all the interaction with the others, and there are some beautiful people, and some people now didn't have the course, and they some disappear at some point because of their personal some personal, they were busy in work or something like that.
Mhm.
But I really appreciate that you always found the time for each of us to speak and to have our voice in the course.
Mhm.
So never neglecting anybody.
Yes. What surprised you about the class? Because, like Julie said to me, I spoke to Julie like about 30 minutes ago. She said to me, I said, okay, I'm in an arts class. Maybe I'm going to attend first and second class. And then if I don't like it, I'm going to leave. And then Julie said, but after the two classes, Andrew, I cannot leave. I couldn't leave. Every time, Saturday, I always look forward to your class. So, and she told me what surprised her. You can watch the video, like I'm going to post it. And but for you, Marco, was, what surprised you about the class?
Well, I think that she's right. Something involving in the way you did this class. It's not just um, a teacher beyond a desk to teach people, but it's something. There was something more. I really liked the environment. There was a kind of light, relaxed, and funny too. It was a
Mhm.
very, I every time, every morning when I wake up, I say I will have my dose of laughing at this course, and it's great. It was something that really make me open the desk, my
Mm.
PC, each and every morning, even on Saturday.
Yes, like, and I often look at you whenever I say something, and then I was looking at your reaction, right? And I say, "Oh my God, Marco liked it." Okay, so Marco, what was the most challenging concept for you or topic that you encountered in the class?
Well, the most challenging it was try to answer a question without ever be prepared to it.
Hmm.
That was,
Like the impromptu
the
questions, right?
impromptu, yes,
Mm.
improvisation with a
Mm.
language that is not my native language, and with topics that are hard to answer in my native language too. Something
Oh,
like,
really?
some,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Somebody,
something that
somebody
you say.
told
You
me
ask
that.
me a question, I say I don't know what to say in Italian.
Yeah,
Neither in Italian.
like I totally agree with you because one of my students told me, Andrew, even in my language, I could not answer this question so easily.
Yes, for interracial marriage, for example, it's a question I never asked myself, and well, I don't know what to answer in impromptu, even in my language.
Yeah, like me, I can answer that very, very well because I am in an interracial marriage.
Oh yeah, because you
It's
had an
easy.
experience of that. You can ask
Yes,
about, no, how to lead an airplane. I don't know how to do it.
yes. Okay, so you already answered about the classroom environment. So let's move on to the next question, which is, do you find the whole term? You already answered this. Do you find the whole term beneficial for you?
Yes, sure. I found it very.
In what sense?
Uh, I'm a newcomer to Canada, and as a newcomer, is as I say, sometimes I can feel awkward when speak to somebody because I don't know if they understand what I'm saying,
Yes.
and so now I'm more confident. these 10 months just helped me to build up my self-confidence. And I can say I'm saying something like a native one. I'm not Canadian, but I'm confident that the other person can understand me, and if
Mhm.
they don't, well, I can repeat in another way. I can
Mhm.
paraphrase, and I can do
Yes.
it. And I'm less shy and less timid than when I was at the beginning of the course.
Yes, I think, Marco, one of the successes that I have in the class, one of my accomplishments is um, like that thing, right? Like making people more confident, like less shy. Because Julie told me the same thing. Julie told me that when she came to the class, her camera was always off because she was not confident to even show her face. And after that, right now he's not afraid. She's not afraid. She is vocal. She is free. She is, like in your case, you use the word emancipated. Emancipate. Coming from a black family, emancipate is about slavery.
Oh, yes, figuratively.
Oh, it's okay, but it's like Abraham Lincoln emancipated the
Yeah.
the slaves, right? You know that. Right? Okay, so if a new student spoke to you and asked you about the class, what would you tell this student about
I
me?
would suggest you. I would suggest him to attend it and to feel free and to enjoy the class. That's what I. It's just to take it as a moment of fun,
Mhm,
and you're going to learn in a fun moment. You don't have to have textbook, and yeah, there are some kind of skills you got to study, and as for grammar, but the kind of grammar that is not, how to say, theoretical something
mhm.
little,
Yes.
but practice grammar. So grammar that is used in everyday life, and this is not, in my experience, is something that I never experienced before. There was something like the rules, and then
Mhm.
yes, go around the world and speak with them. It's not
Yeah,
easy at
and
all.
then put it in context, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so what could I have done differently to better improve or support your learning?
I say that I have no complaint about this course, so nothing's coming in my mind to say that you can do something more. And even because the our moments were not so much. Yes, we spent 10
Mhm.
months, but just once a week.
Yes.
So I think that we did the maximum. You did the maximum that
Mhm.
you can do.
Yeah, yes. And I really did. I did the best I can to help the students, to assist the students in a way that I find useful for them, beneficial
Yeah.
for them.
And there was
Okay.
something more. Yes, and there was something more that we didn't expect. You just use your Facebook page, so some instruments that are an extra in
Yes.
this class.
And also the YouTube channel, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, Marco, what are your goals for the next term and beyond?
Um, well, I would like to write, or to hold the exam, to the IELTS exam in the near future, maybe in September, and then if I have the opportunity to have another an English class, general English, I would like to. My goal is to understand and better understand the so-called use of English.
Mhm,
The use of English is something important to me because I remember, I would like to tell you this one. I had a test a long time ago, 20 years ago, and it was a Cambridge test, the first certificate of English. There
mhm,
was a kind of exercise, it's called a fill in blanks exercise, and
mhm,
you got to choose the right word in the use of English. All the words were synonyms, but
mhm,
they don't sound good everywhere. There was just one word that is
mhm,
specific for this in that sentence. So, and this is something that I would like to improve, because sometimes I'm going to translate to use the word that is more similar to my language, but it's not. It doesn't sound as a native English
Yes.
speaker.
Yeah. So anyway, like, good luck to you, Marco, and please come back at 12:30 so to meet the students. And
Okay.
12:30. Okay, so I'm gonna speak to Alexander now. Good luck to you, Marco. You're such.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm
Andrea.
so honored to have you. You are one of the students that
My,
when I
my honor and my pride to have you as a teacher. Thank
when I
you.
open my camera, I always say, "Where's Marco?" Yeah, you know. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, Marco, I'll
Someday.
see you later. Okay, take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, take care.